Yo, what's poppin', guys? Sizzle here, and today I'm going to bring you a beginner's guide to Mario Kart 7. So, first things first, your character selection. It's probably why half of you even clicked on this video. And let me tell you, it's just not simple. Here is the wiki page. You can see there's a bunch of different stats for land, water, air, off-road, mini turbos, etc. That really makes it so that in this game, there's no one character in Kart who is always the best. Um, there are some. I mean, the only exception to that is the heavy gliders. In general, these three gliders, the heavy gliders, are much better than anything else because you get 12 speed in the air, which really none of the other stats here matter for gliders. So that's really what you want to use most of the time. The only reason these four are used is because you can charge mini turbos a little bit faster when using these. So if you're not in the air that long, that speed stat doesn't matter as much, and getting a mini turbo a few frames earlier might. So that's generally why these ones are used. But as far as tires, carts, and characters, I mean, there's some obviously like bad ones, like this train barrel train thing, just really kind of is pretty bad most of the time. But generally, you want to use the heavy characters. They have the same stats. They have different hitboxes though, and the reason you'll see more people use Wario or Metal Mario is mainly because Wario is bigger, so he can get more coins easier, and it sometimes on certain courses can help make some things easier. And Metal Mario is smaller, so he can avoid stuff better a little bit, and I think it affects his speed a little bit. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, that's really all there is to characters and stuff. If you want a specific recommendation, I'd recommend joining the Mario Kart 7 Time Trials Discord, which I'll have linked in the description, and or just look. But since, like I said, character cart combos that are good are kind of track specific. So if you want to know what's best for a certain track, just look at like the world record for that track, and they generally will use the best thing there. All right, now off to actual racing. I'm gonna be using Wario with the B Dasher, slick tires, and a heavy glider. This one is called the Super Glider, but it's just basically a heavy glider. Um, that's not really the best choice always, but it is a decent choice for a lot of time trials from what I've noticed. But yeah. So first things first, there's the starting boost. Really straightforward, just like in Mario Kart Wii or a lot of the other recent games. You just hold A once the 2's there, just like that, and boom, you get your starting boost. It's that simple. Another very important thing is you want to be getting coins, right? So you'll see I'm basically going a little bit out of the way just to collect a few coins in my first lap, because coins give you minor speed boosts, and that can be pretty useful. But anyway, the next important thing is drifting. So you might notice, like if I drift real quick, you'll see that was not a normal drift. This is a normal drift. Takes a while to charge to the point that I wasn't even getting a super turbo there, like a super mini turbo there. But what you can do is called delay drifting, where basically, normally you just hop and hold the direction, kind of like that. You see how Wario's already facing to the left when I'm hopping. What you want to do for delay drift is you want to hop, and then when you land, that's when you press. You can see I charge mini turbos significantly faster versus this is the normal. This is like normal speed right here, right? You can see that takes a bit with normal speed, but if I do a delay drift, which hop, and then as I land, turn, you can see I can charge mini turbos like instantly, basically. And this can be super useful when doing when going off straightaways. And it's better to start pressing the button the closer you are to landing. I just want to put that out there. I did say in a prior video that wasn't the case. I don't know why, because it is. You just boom like that, and then you can get extra speed on straightaways, and just generally get mini turbos faster. It's a really useful thing to know about. Next up is the gliders. You hold back to fall slower. You hold forward to fall faster. If you hold forward, you get more speed. If you hold back, you get less speed. but holding back is kind of necessary sometimes to clear certain walls. And holding forward is just generally good. Let's say if you're like in the end of lap 3 on Neo Bowser City, you want to be holding forward the whole time just to get as much speed as you can and possibly go a little bit faster than the guy in front of you. But yeah, so along with that, there's also a couple of water physics. So let me find a stage with water real quick. Don't really have one in mind. Let's see. Yeah, like Shape Cheap Lagoon, for example, I guess. So there's some water physics actually work kind of like glider physics. So basically, they actually kind of work the opposite though. So when you hold forward, you fall slower in water, but this can also be used to get a tiny boost when entering water. So if I go here and I hold forward, you'll see I fall a little bit slow, but if I hold down, I fall actually a little bit faster, which is just kind of counterintuitive if you really think about it, because in the air that's not the case, but here it is for some reason. But yeah, when you're entering water, this is a really bad stage to show it. You can get a tiny boost in water on certain tracks by holding forward as you enter. Just thought I'd put that out there. It's kind of useful to know. Another quick thing is for item use, if you spam the item button, you actually get items faster. Can't really show you that in time trials, but I could in the main GP, but I'm not going to. And yeah, the last thing to be said is respawning. So I'm gonna go to Daisy Hills for this one. And this might take me a few attempts, because I myself am pretty new to this game. I've just been getting tips from a bunch of people in the community, like 999cc guy, and Shinu, and other people like that. But basically, you can respawn faster if you press A the second that you touch the ground. This can be super useful, obviously, because respawning faster is always a good thing. So, this might take a few attempts, sorry, it probably will. I'm just not the best at this game yet. But you have to touch A the second you touch the ground. It's just as difficult with any character. Weight has nothing to do with it. But yeah, and other than that, there's one other thing, which is... There you go, that's a quick one. There's one other thing, which is low tricks and high tricks. So to get a low trick, you need a ramp, right? So when you're going off a ramp to get a low trick, which means less airtime, and less airtime is almost always better unless you're in a glider, because gliders make you a little bit faster. But to basically get less airtime, you actually want to hop right at the end of a ramp, and then you get what's called a low trick. And that just makes you get less airtime, like I said, which if you're not on a glider is faster. And the opposite is if you hop as late as possible, you get what's known as a high trick, which means you go as high as possible. You can see up, down, like I'm holding down to go up to go down, and you can see how much faster I was going when I was holding forward. Just another example of the gliders work. But yeah, I believe that's everything. So yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, hopefully it was useful to you, and I'll see you in the next one.